The first thing I noticed was the silence. Not the peaceful kind. Not the kind you enjoy on a quiet morning. This was the wrong kind of silence. In our house, silence meant something wasn't working. I froze halfway down the hallway, my instincts firing before my brain could catch up. For years, I'd been trained to read environments, to notice what didn't belong. On battlefields, silence could mean an ambush. In my home, it meant something worse. My daughter's heart monitor wasn't beeping. My daughter's name is Maya. She's small for her age, with soft brown hair and a smile that appears even when her body is tired. Maya was born with a severe congenital heart condition. Doctors explained it carefully, clinically, as if words could soften reality. Her heart works harder than it should. Sometimes it forgets its rhythm. Sometimes it needs help remembering. The monitor beside her bed isn't decoration. It isn't convenience. It's survival. Every beep tells me she's still fighting. I've faced enemies in places most people will never see. But nothing has ever terrified me like watching my child sleep, knowing her life depends on a machine. That's why I retired early. And that's why I chose a quiet HOA neighborhood. People assume Navy SEALs crave chaos. We don't. We crave control. After years of unpredictability, I wanted routine. Order. Predictability. Harborview Estates promised all of that. Clean streets. Enforced rules. Peaceful living. I thought structure would mean safety. I was wrong. Karen introduced herself the second day after we moved in. She didn't knock gently. She knocked like someone who expected the door to open immediately. Clipboard tucked under her arm. Perfect posture. A practiced smile that didn't reach her eyes. "I'm the HOA president," she said. "We like to keep standards here." Her eyes moved past me, scanning the interior of my house like an inspection. Then she noticed the wires. "What's that device?" she asked. "It's a heart monitor," I replied calmly. "Medical equipment." Her smile faded. "That kind of equipment needs HOA approval." I stared at her for a moment, trying to understand how someone could say something like that out loud. "My daughter needs it to live," I said. Karen wrote something on her clipboard. "We'll see about that." The notices came quickly. Unauthorized equipment visible from window. Electronic noise disturbance. Emergency vehicle presence exceeding HOA limits. Each one referenced Maya's care. Ambulances. Doctors. Nurses. Karen complained about all of it. "She doesn't look disabled," Karen said once, standing on my porch like a judge. "Children recover faster in facilities." That was the moment I realized something important. Karen didn't see people. She saw obstacles. I didn't respond emotionally. That's part of my training. Emotion clouds judgment. Escalation invites danger. I documented everything instead. Dates. Times. Exact wording. Photos. Notices. Emails. Karen mistook my silence for weakness. People like her always do. That morning felt normal. Too normal. Sunlight filtered through the window. Coffee brewed quietly. I checked on Maya before heading to the garage. She was awake. "Daddy," she whispered, confused. "It's quiet." My heart stopped. The monitor was gone. Not damaged. Not broken. Unplugged. The wires lay neatly on the floor, as if someone had taken their time. I moved fast. Outside, Karen stood near the sidewalk, holding the monitor like it was trash. "This violates HOA standards," she shouted to anyone who might be listening. "Medical junk lowers property values." Maya's breathing became shallow. That's when I stopped being a homeowner. And became a father protecting his child. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't threaten. I walked. I took the monitor from her hands. She tried to pull it back. You can't. You interfered with life-saving medical equipment, I said calmly. I reconnected the device. Checked vitals. Activated emergency protocol. Karen laughed nervously. You're overreacting. You're just another neighbor. I finally looked directly at her. I'm a Navy SEAL, I said. And you just endangered a child. For the first time, she looked unsure. Police and paramedics arrived within minutes. Karen immediately tried to control the scene. I'm the HOA president, she said loudly. This man has unauthorized devices. The paramedic ignored her completely and focused on Maya. The police asked questions. I answered calmly. Karen talked over everyone. Witnesses gathered. Neighbors spoke. Stories poured out years of intimidation, threats, fines, harassment. Karen's authority collapsed the moment scrutiny appeared. Karen was detained. Charges followed quickly. Interfering with medical equipment, endangering a disabled minor, abuse of authority. HOA bylaws didn't protect her. Federal law did not tolerate her. The board suspended her immediately. Audits were ordered. The perfect neighborhood facade cracked. Maya stabilized. That night, I sat beside her bed, listening to the steady rhythm return. She smiled weakly. The beeping's back, she said. Yes, I replied. And it's staying. The HOA board resigned within weeks. Policies changed. Accommodations were written into law instead of ignored. Quiet returned, but this time, it wasn't dangerous. Karen thought rules mattered more than lives. She believed authority meant control. She was wrong. True authority exists to protect the vulnerable, not silence them. I've faced enemies trained to kill. None of them scared me as much as someone who believed power gave them the right to endanger a child. Remember this. Rules exist for people. Not the other way around. And when someone forgets that, someone trained to protect life will remind them.